Okay, now what we're going to do is assemble our interior skeleton for our corpse prop. I've got a few PVC pipes. Again, we're making this weatherproof. It can rain on it, it won't hurt it. A few of the key pieces I get this 4-section intersection that I'm going to use for the spine, the shoulders, and then a T for the butt and the legs. So what I did is I like to use 1 1/4 inch PVC pipe because it'll kind of give us that bone density under the costume. I've measured on my own body how long is my forearm and this, and then I cut pieces to match, because I found when I've done it before, just guessing, yeah, shoulders are this big, they're really not, they're a whole lot smaller. So I actually put it on and see how long is my forearm, and then there'll be the elbow and blah blah blah. So anyway, cut the different pieces, marked them what they are. So I'm going to start with my piece that's the spine. So we'll have these 2 pieces hooked onto it. This holds pretty good on its own. I've tried sealing it with hot glue. Hot glue does not work. It's does it immediately, but it doesn't hold long term. The way to really sink them down is take a wood screw and send through it, or use PVC cement. But so I've got my T on the bottom, and this will be my shoulders on the top. The top part, the head that we've finished, will slip down in that once we get everything done. But for right now, we're building the body. So we need our, let's see, we got our forearms, we got our shoulder pieces. So we're going to take, and if you look, the shoulder pieces aren't really that huge. So there's our shoulder. I also buy these caps to put on the end. You can put the caps on, and to get real intense with it, I get little eye hooks, and then you can hook the different pieces together that way. So that's what we're going to do. So before I hook this on, though, I like to get my eye bolt on my cap piece. And hopefully I'll be able to get this through with a screw, because I don't think I have a drill. Okay, so what I do in my end piece is I put this eye bolt through it, put on a washer, then put on the screw, or the nut. Then what I like to do is hit it with a bit of hot glue so that the screw can't unscrew and get loose later. And then that makes for my shoulder. And we've got the eye bolt that'll hook the arms on. We'll do that on both sides. Okay, so we've got our spine, our shoulders, we've got the eye hooks, and our hips with the eye hooks. Now what we'll do is do the same process, create arms and legs. Okay, so what I've done now is I've taken a piece of house electrical wire that I'm going to hook to my eye bolt up on the shoulder. I've threaded through my forearm and whatever this is, the bicep part that goes up to the top. I'm going to strip the wire, hook it onto there. This wire out here then will be what we'll be able to attach hands to. Make sure to cut enough so that you have plenty to work with. You'll do your final trimming once you get your hands hooked on. So then we'll put our arm pieces up on this, hook our hands on, and that's what will hold them on. So we get a slight bit of bendability. If you wanted to make it very bendable, you would have to put thick wire in, but this is enough that we should be able to pose it. Now we'll do the same process for the legs. Okay, so we've got our spine, we've hooked on our arms and our legs. So what we'll do on the bottom is hook a shoe which will hold and support the legs from slipping off, and then we'll hook our hands to this and then put our head in our head socket. What we need to do now is go and find go to like Goodwill or Salvation Army. What I usually will do is look for an old, outdated suit that I can get for $5 or $10. Or another great thing is find a really cheap wedding dress. If it's got a high collar and long sleeves, that looks really cool on the corpse when it's done. So something you would bury somebody in. The nice thing without putting hair on the corpse is it could be either sex. So we'll decide what sex it's going to be once we figure out, okay, what outfit do we have that we're going to put on it. Okay, so what I went and did, I went to Salvation Army and found an old, probably a 1970s three-piece suit. I took a razor blade and sliced up a little bit. I don't want too much to see in because we're hiding what's inside. But to age it real quick, a razor blade around, you can see what I've done. Then I took silver spray paint, black spray paint, and just kind of hit it. So it gives it a real dirty look, like especially on the shirt. So what we're going to do now is we'll dress our body, put the hands and head on it, and we'll have our corpse for Halloween. Something you can do right here around the spine. You wouldn't want to put stuffing because I put these outside and it rains on them, but you can give a little bit of a chicken wire stomach and chest if you think it looks too bony. You can puff it up a little bit, but again, remember it is a zombie, so everything should be pretty skinny. So now me and Beauregard have finished our corpse. It looks pretty real, don't it? Does it scare you? Oh, he's scared. We hooked on shoes. He went to a funeral. He's got his posable hands and his head. So if we wanted to, we could put a hat or something on him. Say bye to the people.
Bye.